So what is the reason that conservatives and libertarians are losing ground and continue to lose and have only been losing for the past century? Each generation, each successive generation becomes more liberal, more ideologically extremist, to the point that we now see this mutant form of leftism, which you can't even call leftism. It's really tyranny, it's fascism, it's it's actually anti-liberal. You have, activists, SJWs, protesting the ACLU because they have the gall to protect the freedom of speech of people with whom they disagree. The SJWs disagree with them, even the people who work for the ACLU disagree with. Because the ACLU, I understand that many people do not like them, they actually defend the rights of people with whom they disagree to have a First Amendment, to practice and exercise their First Amendment, their freedom of assembly, their freedom of speech, their freedom to petition the government for grievances, because as, the famous quote goes, I do not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Now, this is one of the primary principles of American society that we are now losing, because extremists on the left have completely overtaken education, and they are being subject to nothing but ideology, extremist ideology, not even, classic liberalism that, has a commitment to most of the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment excluded. We now have this extremist version on the left, this alt-left, which is just as bad as the alt-right, that has no respect for the Constitution. I mean, you had a protest against the ACLU where they chanted, "The Constitution will not survive the revolution." They don't believe in free speech. They want to shut down anyone they disagree with because, it's offensive, it's triggering. This is going to lead to the downfall of American civilization, and conservatives and libertarians are going to lose unless more of us become involved in education. Why, for over a century, conservatives and libertarians have completely surrendered the primary means by which people get educated about how the world works, about how the economy works, about how society works. I can't understand it. It just seems to me to be an oversight of a proportion that is unmatched in human history. It's completely absurd. Now, I'm making the transition into education because I know that without conservatives and libertarians getting involved in the field of education such that students are exposed to a variety of different viewpoints, such that they can make up their own mind, we're going to continue to lose ground. And opinions will continue to go further and further left. Liberals are smarter than conservatives and libertarians in general when it comes to selling their ideas. They recognize that the entertainment industry was a great way to propagate their ideas. They realized that education was the most important means by which to spread ideas. And they have now made certain that conservative and libertarian ideas, not all of them, but for the most part, keeping them, you have to keep in mind that 20% of social science professors are self-professed Marxists. They have assured that these students in grade school, high school, and especially in college are not exposed to conservative and libertarian viewpoints. They are indoctrinated and they have no opportunity to listen to opposing points of view. And as you know, nothing's going to change. We are going to lose if this does not change. We are going to lose. It's as simple as that. There is no public policy issue more important than education, because that is the foundation of everything else. It affects everything else. It determines how future generations will view the world and thus how they will vote.